6.3. Oh, it's not on. I don't know. It's coming up. 6.3. Solving. Write this down. It'll come out in a minute. Multi-step. Inequalities. So let's see who remembers everything that we learned so far. So let's start with example 1. Now, this is going to be very similar to what we've been doing, except now instead of just one-step inequalities, you do multi-step, which is kind of like solving equation. So let's say that if I had this, first of all, 2x minus 5 less equal to 7. Now this is I realize that this is not an inequality, is it? This is an equation because you have an equal sign, but it's exactly the same way you solve these things. Now, what do we do first to solve for x? Raise your hand. One person, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead. Add 5 first. How come I don't divide by 2 first, guys? Yes, sir? So anybody remember why? Yes.
Because if you divide by 2, you have to divide the entire side.
Yes, you have to divide the whole left side. You could do it, but you're going to get some fractions, and it's going to be not so nice, right? So you want to gather all the numbers together first, right? So you got -5 over here, plus 7, positive 7. So let's get rid of that -5. How do I get rid of the -5 on the left side? Yes, sir?
That's fine.
Excellent. You add 5 to both sides. When I do this, Elena, what do I get? So when I add 5, yes, I get 12 on the right side. What about on the left side? 2x is the only thing that's left. And of course, what is this 2 doing to x? It's multiplying. So Gevorg, how do I undo this multiplication? Yes, I divide by 2. So if I divide left side by 2, I must divide the right side by 2. So I get x is equal to 6. You guys remember this?
Yeah.
So now, this is, if I were to give you, this is b. Now let me give you the inequality. 2x minus 5 less than 7. Is this going to be much different than solving that simple equation on the left? Do you think it'll be much different? No, it's very, very similar. So Cami, what do you think I should do here? Just like before, I should subtract 5? Add 5. So it's since you're subtracting 5, you have to do the opposite. So you have to add 5 to both sides of this inequality. When I do this, I get again 2x less than 12, just like before. Then all we have to do is divide both sides by class 2, just as before. Now this time, I get x is less than 6. How come I didn't switch the inequality symbol? Don't I need to reverse the inequality symbol? Celine? That's right. That's the only difference, right? We learned this yesterday, right? Only thing that's different than solving equation is, for this inequality is, whenever you divide or what?
Multiply.
So it's for both divide and multiplication, right? Whenever you divide or multiply both sides by what?
Negative.
Negative. That's when you reverse the inequality symbol. If you divide or multiply by positive, do you do that?
No.
No. So there's your answer. By the way, I could grab this really quickly. What goes in the middle, guys?
0.
Not always. Okay, 6. And then 2 numbers to the right, which is 7 and 8. 2 numbers to the left, which is 5 and
4.
open circle or close? Raise your hand. How many people say open? Raise your hand. How many people say close circle? It is open. You guys, most of you are right. Okay, open circle because we do not include 6, right? To the left or right? Because this means all real numbers that are what? Less than 6 to the left or right? Left. Like I said, guys, can you guys, I saw this from exit ticket yesterday. Can you guys make this thick enough so I know like which way you're, okay. So I know that you're talking about the right one. Any question? Do you see how it's very similar to what we've been doing so far? This is going to be your homework. Okay? So let's look at example 2 now. This time I'm not going to give an equation anymore. I'm going to just come up give you the inequalities. So 5 minus x greater than 4. Okay. By the way, do I like addition?
Yes.
Yes. I like it a lot better than subtraction. So, well, I was going to say, do I like subtraction? Never mind. So how do I rewrite this as addition? Yes, sir.
5 plus negative x.
That's right. 5 plus negative x greater than 4. Okay? By the way, what does the negative x really mean? What's the coefficient of this negative x? It's really negative 1 times x. Isn't that right? So I actually write it. I like to write it that way. Tia, did you have a question?
Can you use your
Sure. Okay. Then what should I do next? Elizabeth? I want to get rid of this. What number should I get rid of, Elizabeth? I want to gather all the numbers together. 5. I want to get rid of this 5, don't I, guys? How do I get rid of this 5? Subtract both sides by?
negative
No. You subtract both sides by 5, not negative 5. Subtract both sides. You add both sides by negative 5 if you want. So negative 5, subtract both sides by 5. Then we get 5 plus negative 5 is 0. So you only end up with negative 1 times x greater than, what's this, class? 4 minus 5 is? Negative 1. Now, let's divide both sides by Geborg. We have negative 1 times x. You want to divide both sides by positive 1? That will not get rid of this negative 1. So negative 1 is multiplying this x. So how do you undo multiplication? You divide by the same number, which is negative 1. So let's divide both sides by negative 1. So I get, x is greater than, what's negative 1 over negative 1? 1. This is right, right? No, this is how you get it wrong. Uh-oh. Why is this wrong? Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm dividing by what kind of number? What happens to the inequality symbol?
They switch.
It reverses. Otherwise, it would not be equivalent. Okay? You guys remember? Hello? So the answer is x is less than 1. Do we know how to graph this? Yes?
Yeah.
What's the verbal phrase for this? All real numbers? Yes, sir.
Less than 1.
All real numbers less than 1.
That's right. Do we know how to graph it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, here's negative, here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And then here's what? 0, negative 1. Okay, open circle or closed circle here? Everybody, raise your hand. Open, raise your hand. Open circle, raise your hand. Closed circle. Okay, you're right, it's less than. When do we put closed circle? If it was? Yes, sir. Yeah, if it was less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. So we put open circle at 1. Now, to the left or right? Mylan? To the left is correct because it says all real numbers less than 1. Everything that's less than 1 is on the left side of 1. Any question? Is this pretty straightforward?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's look at example 3. This one now has some grouping symbols, x plus 2 less than, how about 5? No, how about 6? 6 sounds good. Okay. How should I solve this inequality? Anybody? Yes. Let's distribute first. Let's get rid. Okay, so get rid of the parentheses. Distribute. What do I get here when I distribute, guys?
Oh, you get x plus 6?
Yes.
3x plus 6
Yes.
is less than 6.
Is it 3x plus 2?
No.
No, that would be wrong. You got to multiply that 3 to both of the terms, right? So then, what should we do next here? Yes, Martin. Subtract 6 from both sides. Very good. So when I do that, I get 3x is, okay, I should reverse this, right?
Yeah.
No. Am I multiplying or dividing by negative number? No, I am simply subtracting. Okay, so you don't. So it stays the same. What is 6 plus negative 6? Or 6 minus 6?
0.
That'd be wrong. This has solution. Okay, no solution is when you're trying to divide something by 0 or something. Or no, that's beyond defined. No solution is when you have no solution, right? This has solution. Okay, this has a bunch of solutions. By the way, what do I do next? 2 people? Come on.
Oh.
Yes. Divide by 3 is correct. because it's because 3 is multiplying the x. To undo multiplication, you divide. So we get x is less than, what's 0 over 3, guys? By the way, do I reverse this inequality symbol? No, you don't. You're not dividing and multiplying by negative. So let's graph this quickly. 0, 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2. Okay, open circle or closed circle this time? Yes.
Okay.
Open is correct. To the left or right, class? How many people say left? Raise your hand. How many people say right? Let's read this. X is less than 0 means every real number, all real numbers less than 0. Where are all the numbers less than 0? To the left of 0 or to the right of 0? Less than is left, right? Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes. So we talked about this before too. When you have x by itself, that's a very good point. Aaron says another way to check is when you have the variable on the left, look, that inequality symbol, right? And then the arrow points the same direction, right? That is if you have the x on the left, okay? Very good. Very good. All right, let's try. Can you guys just try this yourself then? Why don't you try example 4 yourself? How about if I give you something like this? Negative 2 times x plus 1 less than 2. Okay, I will give you time for you to, can you graph it also? Solve and graph. Go ahead, everybody try. So negative 2 times x plus 1 less than 2. Yes, question.
Are you putting this on YouTube?
Here we go, guys. May I pay attention for a second? Okay. All right, class. Thank you. Now, Robert. Okay, here we go. Robert, what do I do first? Uh-oh, I keep hearing this word from you, Jake. I don't want you to stop using it. Okay, so, Robert, tell me what to do first over here.
You do the parentheses first.
Yeah, so I...
Negative 2x plus negative 2.
Oh, you distribute. Okay, so I want to get rid of this parentheses. Guys, listen. Right? So, yes, let's just distribute. Actually, you could divide both sides by negative 2 first, but let's just distribute since that's what we've been doing so far. So when I do that, I get, who could tell me? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. What do I get? Oh, sorry. Thank you. What do I do next here? Julia, tell me what I get when I distribute this negative 2. Good. It's less than 2. Are we all good there so far? Brigetta, tell me what to write next. Add 2 is correct. Add 2 to both sides. Right? Because you're subtracting 2. So I get negative 2x. That's 0. Do I reverse the inequality symbol? No, I don't. Okay. What's 2 plus 2, class?
4.
Okay. Now, what should I do next here, Elena? That's right. Let's divide both sides by what kind of number again?
Negative.
Oh, we're dividing both sides by negative number? We need to remember to do something then. Yes?
Reverse it.
Reverse it. So x is what? Class?
Greater than.
Greater than? What is 4 divided by negative 2?
Negative 2.
Okay, so how many people got this one? First of all, raise your hand. Very good.
Mr. Hong actually got it right.
Good. Now, did you guys get the second part, which is to graph?
Yeah.
Here's negative 2. What's
Yeah, I got it.
next to negative 2 on the right side? Negative
1.
1. 0 here. Negative 3. Open or close? I keep getting open. I should do some words. Now, to the left or right, class? How many people say right? How many people say right? Raise your hand. How many people say left? Okay.
It's right.
It is to the right because this is saying x is greater than negative 2. That means all real numbers greater than negative 2 is your solution. Right? Okay, how many got both of them right then? Raise your hand. Both of these graph and you all got it? Easy enough?
Easy enough.
All right, let's do example 5 then. Example 5, it's a bit different but it's not that much. 2x minus 3 greater than or equal to 4x minus 1.